have another question.
Bro, breaking news. This just in. This just in. This came out from the fax machine under the table. It's a $100 watch.
Now, if you've never listened to the show before,
Or if you've listened to all but the last 3 episodes.
this is something we've done since episode 2, as far as you know.
100.
You're a little bit behind. So there are a lot of $100 for sale on eBay.
We know that.
You know that. I know that. I just like to keep tabs on them because apparently ghosts are real and they live in dolls and nobody's talking about it except eBay. Only eBay has the guts. I'm going to tell you all a story. This one takes you on a journey, so please try to stay with me. We don't have a lot of time.
Buckle up.
Let me, very haunted antique doll, baby.
Very haunted. Not slightly
Very
haunted.
haunted. That's all.
Travis, this crazy haunted doll sales pitch is not going to need a hype, man.
Okay.
It is going to sell itself.
Paranormal vessel, supernatural, occult item, condition, creepy as hell, and I want her gone. It's in quotes, so you know that's how he feels.
That actually is on all the eBay and Amazon, where it's like, new, very good condition, creepy.
Get this fucking thing out of my house.
Let me start by saying I have no previous paranormal knowledge or experience prior to what has recently happened. All I can do is convey what I have witnessed in the past few months. I'm self-employed. Yeah.
Come on.
I'm a senator.
I'm a senator rooming with 3 other senators. Get this fucking
Out of the house.
I'm a fart master senator. And I'm self-employed and collect antiques and do architectural salvage for a living during the winter months. I have a landscape company. Can you fucking get to the doll? Hold on. So he's doing salvage on a really old house. I was doing some salvage on a 120-acre farm that was established in the 1840s. It was scheduled to be torn down. This is the oldest house in South Lyon, Michigan. I was told by the new owner that the people who lived there had died, and he was going to build a new house, and I was welcome to whatever I wanted before he tore it down.
Sounds like a pretty standard contract.
Yeah, it gets progressively more standard from this point on. As I was working, a man walked into the house and introduced himself as Vincent, a neighbor who had lived in the area for over 30 years. Okay, listen. If you're making
He's
up
a vampire.
If you're making up a bullshit person for your haunted ghost story, don't go Vincent. He wasn't named Vincent.
I didn't hear the door open. He was just there when I turned.
He informed me that the husband actually killed his wife with a hammer and then committed suicide. And the house sat vacant for longer than he could remember. While I was searching the house, I recovered doors, windows. Can you imagine if you had a haunted doll and you're like, I'm going to talk about the haunted doll, but first I'm going to delight people with the specific ruined items that I found in the home.
Let me tell you about the table I made out of the door I took off the front of the house.
I went into the attic. The structure of the house was made with hand-hewn beams. Super cool. You can still get excited about things that aren't your haunted doll. Fine.
I destroyed the shit out of that house. It was beautiful.
I discovered an access panel that led into a small area where the roof supports met with the floor of the attic. In this area, I found an extremely old wooden box that contained a smaller box made of lead, and that lead box had this crusty old doll inside.
And that crusty old doll had a smaller box inside of it. And inside that box, an even smaller doll.
Here's the crazy bit. I sold the smaller box to another antique dealer the next day and thought nothing of it. Okay, listen. If you find a weird old doll in a murder house and it's in 2 boxes and one of the boxes is lead, let's go ahead and assume that the lead box, the second lead box inside the decorative box is maybe an important part of the haunted doll containment unit. Let's not just get higgledy-piggledy here and say, it's fine, throw it in a Whole Foods bag and I'll just carry it home.
I want to go shopping at the dealer shop that bought the tiny lead box.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I've been looking for this for ages.
This didn't touch any definitely haunted dolls, did it?
Being an antique collector, I was thrilled with the find and took it home, and
What doesn't this guy do?
that's where the fun.
I fucked the shit out of houses.
I landscape, I collect antiques, I crochet.
I ramble on eBay.
Did I say fuck the shit out of houses?
We are going to go just glide past that.
Being an antique collector, being an antique collector, I was thrilled with the find and took it home, and that's when the fun began. Immediately, my wife said she couldn't stand the doll. She said it made her uncomfortable, and she wanted me to throw it away. My German Shepherd bristled his hair and growled at it as well, which I thought was odd because he doesn't seem to be afraid of anything.
And then I remembered I don't have a German Shepherd. Where was I wondered. And then Vincent was there. We flew off together.
I didn't want to get rid of it. I thought maybe it would be... I thought maybe it would be a cool Halloween prop, at the very least. And maybe it had some minuscule value for antique doll parts.
That's how they
Like
fucking
the
get
engine,
you.
the
That's how they fucking
carburetor.
get you. No, you get one of these things. You're like, this is definitely haunted. My dog fucking hates this, but I could get like $80 out of it, maybe. Might be worth keeping around.
How worldly do you have to be to know who you call when you're like, hey, I got an elbow you have got to see. Wait until you see.
You know how you've been trying to complete that other haunted doll and you just hit that one last piece?
Let's get these two crazy kids together.
That's an awesome episode of Antiques Roadshow. Now, if you look on the foot, you can see where
Within-
the soul became trapped
You
in
can
the
see a
doll.
little ghost.
Within a week, odd things began to happen. Really?
My wife left me.
Yeah. One morning I came out for coffee and found several of my kitchen cupboards door open. Strange because I was the last one to bed.
And all the Triscuits were gone.
And I was full and I had Triscuits on me.
Doll!
Numerous times I would hear a bump or something that sounded like footsteps.
Munching and crunching.
Last week I took Baby, that's what I named her.
Nice.
Nice.
And your wife doesn't like it. Weird.
Was Doll taken, I guess?
I named it Wife too.
Set her on a shelf with some books and a stack of papers because I plan on selling her on eBay. I figured her outfit was worth something. I was
The
definitely...
story changes.
Take the non-haunted outfit off the definitely haunted
What
doll.
if it's the other way around, Griffin? What if the doll totally moot?
Oh,
It's
man.
the outfit's like, ooh.
I am
That
not...
was you guys can't see it at home, but I just did a flawless haunted outfit
Yeah,
impression.
he turned transparent for a second.
I am not sure how spirits manifest themselves, but all I know is that Baby creeps the shit out of me, and she has to go. I have never felt threatened or a sense of evil, capital E, or danger, but I am ready for her to move on.
Wait, jump back. He put her on a shelf with papers and books leading to nothing? Was there no point?
There was a boring part where some
Okay.
books fell or something. Because of eBay rules, I am selling her only as a doll and for entertainment purposes only.
eBay doesn't have a fucking ghost doll rule.
There will be capital no returns on this doll. I hope whatever came with her will leave with her, all capitals. Good luck, 2 exclamation points. That's our haunted doll watch.
Justin asked me recently what would, in my mind, qualify as a haunted doll. Like, at what point would I reach the level of terror that this person has been cast into? And my thinking is, if you have a doll in your house that you didn't buy, it's fucking haunted. And you need to bury it in your yard and get in a
If you ever
circle
get
of
to say
salt.
the sentence, I discovered this doll, ...
Right.
You done.
All dolls are haunted. They start haunted. They come from the factory haunted. You have to hope that
There's
ghost
a little
leaves.
ghost pipette that they just sort of...